To stealth or not to stealth? One of the latest conversations in one of our fellow trans women's blog, and although I did put my 2 cents worth in there, I decided it was worth creating a blog or a vlog. I don't really come to my documentaries, and I've really never shown, say, all of me to you. I I feel sometimes a little baffled by human behavior. You're trying to gain respect, civil rights, recognition, be accepted, loved, and understood by society, God, and even ourselves. Everyone has a choice to make. Once you transition, do you want to just forget altogether that you were ever transsexual? Or do we want to make the suffering that we have gone through something important, something that will leave down our mark on the day we die? I, for one, felt that all the suffering and pain that I've gone through must be worthless if I just disappeared. No one ever knew of all I've been through. Since I wrote my biography, The Mirror Makes No Sense, was to leave something behind, to be part of history. I know, not all of us want to do that. Some people rather. And that's okay. We're all not the same, and we all don't have the same purposes. But to tear each other down, just like the world does to us, non-productive. Blacks tear down. The whites tear down on the blacks. Hispanics tear down. The Americans tear down. Hispanic. Tit for tat. We're constantly fighting. One group fights another group. Republicans fight the Democrats. Do we not know that we, each and every one of us, puts one, and the day we die, we'll all end up. Whatever little time we have here on earth, should we not try to make it something purposeful? Should we not try to make it better for one another? Why must we make it so difficult? I remember back when I was in 5th grade, I used to consider myself an alien. In fact, I told people I was from Mars because I never understood. I never understood the way people acted. So I felt I must be from another planet. To this day, I am 43 years old, and I still see this war we're having in Iraq. See all these arguments and bickering and things that go on day in, day out in our daily news. We're acting like children. What is wrong with us? Isn't life hard enough as it is without us making it harder upon ourselves? I just don't get it. If all transsexuals, homosexuals, genderqueer, crossdressers, all united, we would be so strong, and we would get our message across, and we would get the respect, love, and admiration that we deserve. But instead, we're doing like everybody else, fighting against one another. I know that it's innate. Somehow our Maker programmed this little program in ourselves to argue, to be difficult. If somebody says red, somebody else says, no, that's blue. But we know this. We know that it's within our nature to argue. Why can't we do something to change it? Have we looked around the world lately? And if we don't do something to change it, we're not going to have a world to live in. People, brothers, friends, let's try to understand one another, or at least agree to disagree. Those are famous words of one of my ex-girlfriends. If we're not going to agree, let's at least agree to disagree. What if we don't fight? Too much energy being wasted on fighting. Too many diseases coming around because of fight. Else, have a brain. And all that argument and all that anger creates cells become abnormal cells from not only the toxins that we're putting in daily, food, alcohol, breathing, pesticide, herbicides, but also from our state of mind, the way we act. Let's do ourselves a favor. Let's try to be happy and agree to disagree. I think we will get a lot more out of life. Now, back to the subject, because I ramble a lot. That's part of what I do. Most people probably thought that I was kidding when I did one of my videos, transition, and I have a little comedy skit that I put together that I stated that I was slightly autistic and learning disabled. That is all true. I was born cross-eyed. And learning was such a hard thing for me. It took a lot for me. One thing I am is stubborn, and I don't give up. So I made it my quest to make good grades, even if it was the hardest thing in the world. Part of my autism makes it very difficult for me to interact with people, give people eye contact. So needless to say, I had to work on that as well. And to this day, it is a struggle. And I welcome them, because that allows me to feel that I'm alive. And that allows me to feel that I'm human. And to be human is to err. Everything is not perfect. Unlike what religion, the Bible, and everybody and their mother tells you, you have to be perfect. No. They were so perfect that they ate from the forbidden fruit. I'm not going to get into religion because I have a very seen some of my videos and some of my poetry. In case in point, look, why sweat the small stuff? Someone wants to be stealth, so be it. Only hiding from themselves. Whichever way, you know you were born with something very different from everybody else. You know you were born with a brain that didn't match your genitals. So to say, well, I've always been a man or I've always been a woman. No. Sorry to disappoint you, but medically speaking, and the true facts, maybe you don't like the word transsexual. Labels are very limiting. But do know that you are a wonderful and beautiful variation of nature. God does not make mistakes. Our Maker, the Force, Allah, whatever